They said be grateful for the scraps and called it how we're living. They raised their flags in London and made us beg for rain. But I've seen the truth beneath it all, and I won't play that game. I've watched them lie with polish while our people drown in debt. They count the oil, they keep the lights, but I've not finished yet. I won't back down, not to the union, not to fear, not to suits who speak of progress while they steal what we hold dear. I won't back down, not to silence, not to shame. I've got Scotland in my blood and freedom in my name. Then came the friendly fire from those who wear the pin. They say we stand together, but only let some voices in. I spoke with quiet reason, and they called me a disgrace. But I don't bow to plastic crowns or kiss the party face. I don't need their validation or their chorus of control. They guard the gate for comfort. I'm here to free the soul. I won't back down, not to party lines or pride, not to self-proclaimed gatekeepers with no people on their side. I won't back down, not for power, not for praise. I've got country in my heart and fire in my ways. To the ones who sit in silence, watching all the games unfold, you don't need to ask permission to be brave and to be bold. This is not about a party. This is not about a name. This is every voice that's rising. This is more than just a claim. I won't back down, not to the union, not to fear, not to those who guard their egos more than what we hold dear. I won't back down, not to power dressed in blue, not to those who call it loyalty when they're scared of something new. I won't back down, not tomorrow, not today. I've got Scotland in my soul, and I'm marching all the way. No, I won't back down. This is where I stand, with a voice they can't control and dream.
Aw. Look at that. Music coming on that shouldn't be coming on. Just typical, eh? Just typical. Typical. I apologise for the music coming on there just now. That should not have come on whatsoever. Good evening, Scotland. Good evening, social media land. I hope you're well. I thought I'd come on tonight because it's just gone after midnight, and 11 years ago yesterday we had our independence referendum, and this time 11 years ago I was in Dynamic Earth at the Count Party with a whole bunch of the hardest working people that I've ever had the pleasure of ever working with before. And we were so disappointed that night. It was heartbreaking, to say the least. And, well, what's changed since then? Well, we have had Brexit. We have had a pandemic. We have had 3 First Ministers. And the one thing that's been consistent has been the SNP. We've had the SNP right the way through all this time. And they have done great things for Scotland. We should be proud of them as our government. And I think very much so that the leadership that we've had from there have demonstrated that they can govern a country. But can they lead a movement? Can they lead us to independence? They want to think that they can. But in fairness, can they do it? I don't know. I want to think that they can. I truly, truly do. But I think part of me feels that if you go back to the words of both Alex and Nicola, they both said that independence would come to Scotland when the people wanted independence. So we need to ask ourselves, how much do we want independence? Do we actually feel that we have that fire in our souls and our bellies to get up and campaign like it was 2014 again? Do we have the necessary gusto to think politics is just a way of governing and it's not a way of transforming the nation? It is just governance. I mean, if you consider that the SNP have done everything that they've done under the glass ceiling of devolution, with that extendable leash, it's incredible. And on a budget that is restricted and constant media criticism, the entire establishment media hounding them, persecuting them. They're the bad guys. They are hated. They're anti-establishment. They are the people that, that the establishment hate. And they've done all that. It must be tough for them. But they have to realise that they're not alone as well. They are not alone. They are part of the movement, but they're just not leading it right. They are not doing the right things, in my opinion. There is an election next year, and that election is a Holyrood election. And that Holyrood election, I've got to be careful how I say that. Okay, I could be saying something else. That election is going to be make or break for Scotland. We've got the rise of the right wing. We have got the fall of the establishment parties as a whole. I mean, Labour is about as trusted as... I'm not going to say anything. I can't even think of a euphemism or something funny that, we could say. Labour's as trustworthy as a Tory. Yeah, that's probably about as funny as we could get. Who's going to vote for them now? Who's going to vote for the Tories up here? That leaves reform. Can you imagine the school of reform here in Scotland? Just think about it for a second. Think, are they going to, what would they do? I mean, they're going to, let's say, they're not going to get into power in Scotland. I mean, that's the first thing, right? But they're going to get representation because of the way the D'Hondt system works, the way our proportional part of our system works, our second vote. They're going to come in and they're going to be disruptive and they're going to be super critical, and it's going to be worse with them than any unionist parties. And this is why we need to do 2 things with the second vote. The first one is we need to maximise the amount of opposition MSPs that are pro-Scottish. That has to be done, without a doubt. That has to be done. The second thing is we need to treat the list vote as a plebiscite on independence. We need to vote yes on the list. Without a doubt, that needs to be done. It is something that is utterly imperative. Why? Because it's an undeniable poll It is a poll that is there. Now, some people might think, well, no, both votes SNP. No, screw that shit. Vote at both votes if you want, right? Go and do it. You'll waste your second vote, especially across the Central Belt, okay? Without a doubt. We can come on and talk about both votes SNP for a whole discussion another time. That's something that people will probably want to do, okay? But we need to use our second vote as a plebiscite. We need to show 50, 60% of Scotland want independence. It won't bring us independence overnight, but it will put firmly on the record that we want it. We want it. I'm going to play a quick song just now, and then I'm going to say hi to some people sitting in the chat, and we will go for it. Let's see, what one will we play? We will play... Oh, wait, now I need to do settings first. First of all, we need to make sure we're not playing anything. That's right. And then we need to cue up the song. This is how terrible I am. And we need to bring the volume up. Make sure that it is unmuted. Check that it's unmuted. This is all the crazy stuff I've got to do. And then we'll play this one.
They call the shots, take what's ours and leave us not. But we see through their tired game. Scotland's rising won't be tamed. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence. No more waiting, no more change. We'll stand together, break the race. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence, for independence. We're small, they say we're weak, but listen close. When Scotland speaks, our wealth is strong, our hearts are true. We know exactly what to do. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence. No more waiting, no more change. We'll stand together, break the race. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence, for independence. They say we're small, they say we're weak, but listen close. When Scotland speaks, our wealth is strong, our hearts are true. We know exactly what to do. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence. No more waiting, no more change. We'll stand together, break the race. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence, for independence. No more lies, no more fear. Our time is now. Our day is here. The future's ours. Let's take the call. We rise as one. We rise for all. We rise for all. We build the wind. We sail the seas. We feed the world. We plant the trees. Scotland's future, bold and bright. Time to stand and claim our right. Scotland is ready. Scotland is ready for independence, for independence. Independence for independence.
Okay, what were we talking about? We were talking about both votes SNP or nah. Right, so if we're talking about both votes as a whole, all right, you need to understand why 2011 worked so well. First of all, we were on a high. We were rolling really, really well, like with a lot of success with Alex Salmond's strong leadership, poor unionist leadership, a letdown of the Liberal Democrats in Scotland because they went into coalition with the Tories, a collapse of Labour. And then all of a sudden, bang, we had this massive majority. And we had this majority because we had the right amount of seats in the constituencies and the right amount of seats, the right amount of votes on the list. So if you don't know how this actually works, right, for the calculation, you have to take the total amount of list votes in a region. Okay, so let's say Glasgow as a region. Okay, and divide that by the number of seats already won in the constituencies plus one. Okay, so let's take 2021 as an example. I think in Glasgow it was about 133,000 votes, or maybe 113,000. For the sake of argument, let's just call it 100,000 votes. All right, that's the easiest way to actually explain it. We had 100,000 votes, all right, and in Glasgow, the SNP won all 9 constituencies. Now, you take that 9 and add 1 to it, and then divide the 100,000 votes by that number. So the SNP started off not with 100,000 votes, but with 10,000 votes. Now, this is done in every single region, not nationally, not as a percentage, but it is done as a straight calculation. So the more seats a party wins in the constituencies, okay, the higher the divisor against their list votes. Now, some will turn around and say, well, you know, if the SNP got all of Alapa's votes down in the borders, we would have got another seat and we would have had a majority. Nonsense. Okay? Alapa got about 4,500 votes, maybe let's even say 8,000 votes down there, right? You put those onto the actual amount, they still have to be divided by that amount. It's not that you add 8,000 directly on to that. It goes into the whole total and then it still gets divided. It's mental. So we have to decide whether it's political hegemony. Okay, is it political hegemony or is it national cause? For me, it's always going to be national cause. I love the SNP. I will vote for them every single time in the constituency. Why? Because they are the party for Scottish government. Labour are not a Scottish party. The Tories are certainly not a Scottish party. Liberal Democrats, well, I don't even know who they are. All right, let's be fair and honest here. Okay, but the SNP have done nothing but fight for Scotland. That's it. That's all they do. They just want to make a better Scotland. And I don't understand why anybody wouldn't want to vote for them on the constituency. We need them in government. We need them to protect our NHS, our free higher education, our future for our kids, everything. We need them doing that. But we also need to protect our rear. And our rear is basically the back door where the unionists come in, where reform can come in. Okay, now the only way to do that is to turn around and start voting on a list for alternative parties of independence. It doesn't matter who it is. Okay, if let's say the Greens were given all of the SNP votes in Glasgow that particular year, there would have been 4 Green MSPs on the list in Glasgow. 4 more indie bums on the seats from Glasgow as a whole. Is that not better than, would you not rather have 10, 15, 20, 30 more Greens, Alapas, ISPs in opposition, fighting for Scotland, even if they're debating against the SNP, compared to, say, reform, or say, the Tories, or say, the Labour? What do you think? I think so. I think so. Right, we're going to play another song. This one is called Anthem, and it is for Ken, if he's still here. He particularly likes the female voices. So let me just get it queued up. Make sure we're ready to go. Where is my soundboard? There it is, right there. Oh, it's already up. There we go. Let's get the music on, and this one's for Ken.
The rivers run silver, the seas burn gold, stories of plenty that were never told. taken from mountains, stolen from shore. Now they are ours forevermore. It breaks through, shadows fall. The truth was hidden, now we see it all. We are living like we're free, boundless skies and endless sea. Every lie has come undone. The dawn is here, the day is won. They gaze with envy, eyes from the south, whispers of hunger from another's mouth. But the wells are deep, the fields are wide, abundance flows on every tide. Breaks through, shadows fall. The truth was hidden, now we see it all. We are living like we're free, boundless skies and endless sea. Every lie has come undone. The dawn is here, the day.
Too important to ignore, too loud to be silenced. When the people
They told us no, they told us never, but dreams denied can't last forever. The naysayers fade, their voices gone. The people are right, the people are strong. The harvest shared, the wealth runs fair. Every hand has a rightful share. No chains remain, no silence stays. We walk as free in brighter Light breaks through, shadows fall. The truth was hidden, now we see it all. We are living like we're free, boundless skies and endless sea. Every lie has come undone. The dawn is here, the day has
Okay. I'm going to try something. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Okay. It's a new jingle. I just need to double check, right, that the sound's coming through okay for you for it. I might actually wait until tomorrow to do it. It's all about voting yes on the list. So I don't really want to do it straight up until I know it's going to work. So I think we'll just leave it for tonight. But tomorrow, what day is it today? Today is Thursday, gone into Friday. I will come back on tomorrow night. I think that's probably a good thing to do. We're going to finish tonight with one more song, but before we go, all right, a big shout out to the people that went to Geneva today. I think that the Salvo and Liberation Scot people are severely underestimated. I think that they have a tough job. I think that whether they succeed in their venture or not is important for us to understand. If they succeed, it changes everything. Everything. If they don't succeed, they achieve in taking our cause to the international stage, to people that before maybe would never have understood it. And that in itself is a victory. And it's something that we should all be aware of. If you don't know who Liberation Scotland are and Salvo are, go and Google them. Go and look them up. Go and look about what they've been doing. All right? I think that it's something that perhaps you should all be aware of. Okay, so we're going to finish tonight with another one of my favourite little songs. Okay? This one's actually used for the jingle I'm going to play you, but we're going to play this one out anyway. I'll see you tomorrow night. Is that playing? Yeah, I think it is, yeah. See you later.
Built their walls of paper, I said silence was the law. But voices move like rivers do, and rivers break the stone. will break the dark. Too important to ignore, too loud to be silent. When the people rise together, the chains are broken down. Too important to ignore, too loud to be silent. The power lies within us, and nothing holds it now.
Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm definitely going to do more of this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take care. Good night. Be safe.